When it comes to getting the most bang for your buck, Portugal is pretty hard to beat. So today we're going to pop open this beautiful bottle here for the WTSO Bottle Shop. Now, we just did a video prior to this about Portuguese wine, so if you want to go back and check that one out too, I'll leave the link up here. One of the many reasons that Portugal is so unique and so interesting to me is because they have so many indigenous grapes there, grapes that are native to the country. So you're going to find stuff there that you don't see anywhere else in the world. In the southern part of Portugal, there's a region called the Alentejo, basically due east of Lisbon. It's a little hotter, a little bit more desert-like and dry. This winery here is called Quinta de Mouro, and Quinta in Portuguese is essentially just a farm. And in doing my research, I read several times that Quinta de Mouro is sort of on par with what we have in Napa Valley, California. These really high-end producers that produce those cult Cabernets.
How would you define cult Cabernet for those that do not know what that
Cult Cabs are something you find mostly in California and Napa Valley, some in Sonoma as well, but they're such high quality that people sort of buy them out as soon as they're released, and they're released in such small quantities that there's usually a waiting list. So this wine here is considered to be sort of on par for Portugal. If you're wondering about the name Zagalos, and I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly, that is the name of the original family who owned the winery at one point in time, and the new owner purchased this winery with the winnings from a poker game.
No, is that true?
Yes, his name is Miguel Louro. He still owns the place, and he was either considering buying a Porsche or the winery, and he bought the winery. Then we mentioned that Portugal in general, like when it comes to wines, has a very progressive and sort of irreverent attitude. They're very experimental and they like to play around a lot. Miguel Louro is a self-dubbed iconoclast, so I would expect this wine to be in that spirit. The winery itself is fairly modest as far as wineries in Portugal go. So it's pretty small. Everything is done by hand. I think they even crush the grapes by foot, which is super traditional Portuguese, yeah. They don't use irrigation in the vineyard, so everything is dry farmed, basically done organically. And also this is fermented with wild yeast, which means they don't add any lab cultivated yeasts in here. All right, and this is a blend of 4 different grapes. Trincadeira, which is a Portuguese grape. Aragonese, which is a Spanish grape. It's just another name for Tempranillo. Alicante Bouschet, which is a French grape. And Cabernet Sauvignon. So you can see this one's kind of really international and it's really all over the board. Oh, and I forgot to mention, this is a 2018, so this has got 6 years of age on it. You can actually see from here, there's a little bit of a color, like an orange color to it. Gotta take my glasses off for this. Getting serious.
That's right, get up in there.
Wow. Man, you are right, it's like savory.
Yep.
It's all the sort of umami quality you get from an older wine.
Yep.
So like some soy in there, some mushroom and earth definitely. And some of that is probably coming from the wild yeast. When you ferment wine with wild yeast, you get some more like kind of like funky and earthy aromas. Once again, I'm finding that these Portuguese grapes are very tannic on their own. Yeah, it's super unique, very earthy. There's all that umami quality in there. There is a little bit of like kind of cranberry or like maybe like cherry poking through. Herbs, a lot of herbs. So that is one very unique earthy wine. It's changing a lot as we're sitting here and talking about it. And I would imagine it would probably benefit from some decanting as well because it's very tannic. So for a wine this strong and intense, I'm automatically thinking you got to go like strong flavored red meats. I'm even thinking brisket, like something that's been braised for a really long time. And also root vegetables this time of year, you know, it's fall outside. You start eating your sweet potatoes and your turnips and stuff like that.
So gourds, zucchinis.
Gourds and zucchinis, yeah, this would be great with a butternut squash.
Oh, you're talking now.
So the Premium Wine Club is a monthly subscription service that you can subscribe to and get these wines delivered to your door. But if you're not ready for that kind of commitment, you want to just try out some of the bottles that we've had in prior club months. You can buy them individually over the WTSO Bottle Shop. So this is currently available. You can go over there and get that, mix and match it with other wines that we have on offer, and you can even organize your own private tasting with me. So thanks for joining me today and drinking some Portuguese wine. I'll catch you guys for the next video. Cheers.